What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Another fragrance review from the house of Masque Milano. Now, this fragrance was a bit challenging for me. And if you have been following me on my Instagram posts and my Facebook posts on the group and everywhere else, you have already known about it. I've got some good pictures of this particular fragrance bottle, and I was totally stunned at the way it developed and over time how I started to kind of like this fragrance. Now, let me tell you one thing beforehand. This fragrance that I'm going to talk about, I know you already saw the, the title, but you already know what I'm going to talk about. But let me tell you, this fragrance, I believe it's for a target audience. It's not for everybody. So without much delay, let's get down to this business. This is what the fragrance is called, Sleight of Fern. This is from the house of Masque Milano. This is Act 4, Scene 3, the second last of their opera creation. The Act 4, Scene 4, the last one, White Whale. The review link is on the top. Go ahead and check it out. Fantastic fragrance, very versatile, and 100% a crowd pleaser. But this one, Sleight of Fern, I found it to be a bit challenging. Now, why do I say that? First off, I'm not used to fougere type fragrances. I don't like barbershop kind of fragrances. I wouldn't say this is particularly barbershop. Here's the bottle. It's a beautiful bottle, as always. Masque Milano never fails to amaze. But the thing is, this fragrance is definitely not for everybody. That's what I felt. Now let me give you the note breakdown, and then I'm going to talk about the fragrance. I'm reading the notes from the Masque Milano website itself. So we got bergamot, lavender, fig sap, lentisk, red thyme. On the heart note, you got tuberose, geranium, narcissus, and on the base, you got sandalwood, birchwood, patchouli, oak moss, tonka beans. Now, guys, this fragrance, like I said, I'm not too much of a fougere or a barbershop kind of a fragrance. But the thing is, like, I was doing my research and I just blindly bought it. I thought, like, okay, let's do this. I mean, I spend a lot of money here and there, but why not? Let's give it a shot. I might even like it. But the thing is, the first spray that I did, I absolutely hated it. But I gave it some time. And if you've been following my posts, like I said, you would see that I slowly started to develop a liking for this because my nose started to understand this fragrance even more. Why do I say this? Because, let me tell you, this fragrance is absolutely a green fragrance. What do I mean by green fragrance? I'm going to show you some green fragrances, some designer, cheapy, expensive, medium range, whatever you call it. I've got some of them in my collection I'm going to show you, but again, this is only for reference to give you an understanding what green would mean in a fragrance world. The cheapest one here is Aspen by Coty. I've done a full review of these fragrances. Go ahead and check it. The next most cheapest one was Bentley Azure for Men. Fantastic designer fragrance and great performance on this one. And the last but not the least, Kenzo Homme EDP. This was the first fragrance that I reviewed on my channel. Can you believe it? Wow. So, guys, when I say green, by no means do I mean that these fragrances refer to this one because Masque Milano is a fantastic niche house. It's a 35 ml bottle, fantastic presentation. I just loved it. I just fell in love with this fragrance company. But now let's talk about the fragrance. The first spray was absolutely horrible for me. It was horrible. I just hated it to the point that I felt like contacting Max Aroma and say, hey, please can you refund? Can I return this fragrance? And then I thought, like, let's give it some time. Let me see how it reacts with my body because on paper it was nice. Once it hit my skin, and again, when people make these niche fragrances have this habit of when it hits your skin, it'll behave totally in a different manner. It will never work the way it works on paper, so be aware. Anybody who's getting into niche world, please just take my advice because I'm a noob too, so I don't mind sharing that information with you. Now, the first spray. You want to know what I got the vibe of? Straight from the shower. Yes, a Cremo body wash, and it's called Sage and Citrus. This is the kind of green citrusy vibe that I got from this fragrance on the first couple of minutes. So imagine You spend that amount of money and then you get a vibe of this thing. I was going bonkers like, did I fucking spend all that money to smell like a shower gel that cost me less than $6? Seriously? I gave it time. And then it happened. It developed slowly. My nose started catching all that fougere effect. Now, I would say this is probably a good modern approach. I think I had a couple of fougere fragrances in my collection, but I think I gave it away because I really didn't like them. So I have some idea about what I could have expected, but this thing was off the hook. It's very green. It's as if like when you just step into a forest. Imagine you go on a hike. You go into this forest where there's a lot of pine trees, birch trees, grass, the ground is mossy, it's slippery, and the first step that you put on the ground, the crunchy green leaves and ferns and everything that just squishes under your boot, and the aroma that is released. This is the exact same kind of feel. Now, why do I say all that descriptive words? Because, like, again, I won't be able to completely describe this fragrance for you because, again, it might behave a whole lot differently on you. But I'm just telling you and sharing with you my feelings. So here's what happened. I've been to a couple of nice places. Well, I don't go to hikes, but we do go on drives. And we do, yeah, of course, like, the trailway, just take a couple of feet inside, just go there, take some pictures and get out. But here's what happens. Anytime I go to this nice jungle or trekking kind of area, when I step in, like there's a beautiful aroma of the forest, the jungle. There's a beautiful aroma to it. The juniper berry, the leaves that are crunching under your leaves and grass and moss that's crunching under your foot. And when the breeze is flowing, there's a beautiful aroma. Like there's a woodiness. I mean, you got to be really aware of your environment to understand this feeling. You can't just you just can't be in that city rat soul and then just go out and say, oh, what's this? No. When you go out in nature, once you start absorbing all these elements, you feel why Sleight of Fern is such a beautiful fragrance. Now, personally, I have never, smudged a little fern leaf and then taken the aroma of it, but I don't know if there's any fern aroma in this fragrance, but this is what it is. It's an absolutely green, clean feel to it. There's slight hints of woodiness. The birchwood gives you that kind of like a sappy green kind of feel. There's fig in there, and there's lavender. So these kind of give you that beautiful opening. It's a pretty citrusy lavender, a bit spicy kind of lavender, but very mild spicy kind of lavender that shoots out, and the fig gives that smoothness. It's a smooth kind of thing. And over here I see they have this geranium and narcissus. So what I feel like, I don't get any florals like tuberose, geranium and narcissus. I believe like these are there for some kind of a depth kind of effect. Now with these fragrances, these florals, they give you kind of like a white kind of feel, at the same time give you that sappy green kind of feel too. Like as if like there was some kind of a mild consistency to it. It's kind of like that in this fragrance. But again, it's a very mild and gentle kind of fragrance. Don't tamper with it. Don't expect it to be a monster because again, like I said, imagine walking into a calm and quiet forest. That's the kind of feel you're expecting from this. Now talk about projection. This fragrance will never project. So if you're looking for something beast mode, you paid a shit ton of money, you're regretting it, don't regret it because I told you not to. Because this thing is not a projection monster. It's not even a performance monster either. So off the bat, I'm going to tell you right up front. This thing will never project. Maybe the first 2 to 3 minutes, and then it's going to settle very, very close to your skin. Maybe something around like a foot and a half away from your body. That's like the first half an hour. And then it's extremely close to your body. It's almost like a skin scent. I don't know if it's my skin only. You guys might let me know in the comment section below, but it is what it is. Now, but the thing is, once this fragrance just sits on your body slowly, very, very slowly. The birchwood, the patchouli. Again, this is kind of like a earthy patchouli that slowly evolves from your skin. And if you have to be really careful to notice all these changes because again, like I said, this is a very delicate fragrance, very delicate, as if like nature, the first shoots that come out from a seedling. It's just like that. It's extremely delicate. That's what I felt. It's green, clean, very professional, I would say. But again, not everybody would like it. There's some kind of a warmth to it, like those Christmas tree vibes. I don't know. Am I saying this right? But it's kind of like that. So again, that kind of vibe, like the holiday vibes that you get, like pumpkin spice and all those things, it kind of has that vibe too. So I'm safely assuming this would be more suited for fall, early to late fall. But I don't think it's gonna survive the winter. I'll just have to try it out and maybe come up with an update if there's any change. But that's about it. Performance-wise, the last moment I could smell it on my skin, although being a skin scent, I've been like constantly sniffing, so I just had to sniff from around like 6 to 8 inches away from my nose, so that would give me a whiff. So that means you might have to apply quite an amount for when you're going to the office, you're traveling here and there. So it's kind of like that. So that's the amount of projection and longevity you're getting. So like I said, longevity, I got it like around 5 to 6 hours max. After that, I really had to reapply. And again, like I said, once you reapply, this thing opens up very smoothly and very slowly. It just doesn't, one note doesn't compete with the other. They work in perfect harmony. As if, like I said, again, a beautiful forest, you're crunching on the ground with your boot, you're walking through this mossy floors, like the wet mossy floor. It's nothing bad. There's no animalic part to it, but it's nice. It's very soothing. It's very nice. But like I said, you gotta love green fragrances in order to appreciate this. Like I really hated it. And like I said, it's a shower gel kind of feel, exactly this one. Don't believe me? Go ahead, head to your Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Ross, wherever you find this particular one, right? And tell me, you compare that fragrance, Sleight of Fern, and compare and tell me if I'm wrong. So guys, that was my take on Sleight of Fern, and most likely this is the first full review on YouTube. Maybe I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't hate me for this. Don't stone me for this. There are big shots out there doing reviews, but I'm just a small time person giving you my 2 cents. So once again, guys, thank you for staying on my channel. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll be doing a full bottle giveaway, so stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram and on my Facebook page. Links are down below in the description. You got any comments, any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. So guys, that was it. Please take care, stay safe, and all the best.